So I really don't know how to do these video talk things, but I wanted to do this at work, but then work got too busy, and now I'm home sitting in my car. It's 2:30 in the morning. I've just worked another shift in the emergency department. Uh, I know that, like, I'm very grateful that Melanie posted this and people have changed their minds about the vaccine, and hopefully with the first presidency talking about the safety and efficacy of the vaccine, hopefully more people will change. And I've been beating my head against the wall because I've been trying to talk to every patient that I can in the emergency department about the importance of getting the vaccine, and I don't think I've convinced a single person, and I don't know what else to do. In my experience, right, so I work in the emergency department and I've been taking care of patients every day since COVID has been going on. We've been times when we were slow initially, when people were afraid and there weren't much COVID out there, and now our hospitals are completely full. We're seeing tons of sick COVID patients every single day, and it's really quite frustrating and difficult for us. And people that are really sick with other diseases and heart attacks and strokes are having to wait because we have no beds, because we're seeing a lot of people with COVID. Now, trust me if you want, and it seems like it's difficult to trust a doctor, and I don't know why that is. I don't know who else you can get your information from. I don't know who else is the better person to trust. I mean, people hate Fauci because he's changed his minds on a couple things, but the vaccine has changed, or the virus is changing, and the things that we are doing, we're finding out more about it, and that changes how we have to deal with these things. And as a medical professional, my job is to look at the evidence and to read the literature and to make a judgment call based on the risks and benefits of everything that I do. And this vaccine has clearly been shown to have way more benefits than risks. I see people that are dying every single day from COVID. I deal with it every single day. People, I admit them to the hospital, low on oxygen, remorseful that they didn't get the vaccine. And guess what? We don't have much to offer them once they're in the hospital. The only thing I say, or I could say to these people, but I don't, is that the best chance you have of doing well with COVID is to prevent it by getting the vaccine. And yes, now with the Delta variant, you might get sick. Unfortunately, you might get sick still, but you're not going to get as sick. And we've proven that over and over again with studies. Don't look at these studies and then try and find something at the very bottom saying, oh, but look, there's this possible side effect that's 1 in a million. Look at it and say, look, 95% of the people initially did well and did not get COVID. And I promise, in my whole experience working in the emergency department, and we've seen tons of people that have come in there, I have not seen a single person that's had a serious reaction to the vaccine. Where else are they going? Everybody says that these people that are, if you're against vaccines, you say, oh, I know somebody, or my brother's friend, or somebody. But where are they going if they're not coming to the emergency department with these reactions? I still have not seen any of them, and I'm not making that up. I'm not trying to lie to you. I've seen people that have come in after getting the COVID vaccine, and we do tests and they turn out fine and they go home. But I have not had anybody that I've had to admit to the hospital. I haven't had anybody that I had to give any like significant medications to or try and save, because there hasn't been any. And that's the same with my colleagues. And we treat, I think over 100,000 patients at the two hospitals I work at, and yet we still haven't seen anybody. So I really think the risks are very low, and I have seen many people die from the vaccine, or from, sorry, not from the vaccine. Many people die from COVID, and they're young people now because the older people have been vaccinated. And so I admit people that are 20, 30 years old. The other day I heard in our ICU that there's a 29-year-old that's going to die and a 40-year-old that's going to die from COVID. It's just not worth it. Like, I promise you, we're not trying to throw wool over your eyes, or whatever that saying is. We're not trying to deceive you. We just want you to be safe, and we just want you to look at the evidence and make a judgment call, and just to do the best guessing. And right now, I think the best guess is, it's been, what, 9 months since we've had this vaccine. There hasn't been any severe reactions, at least in the people I've seen. There's not large numbers of people having problems with it, and a lot of people are dying from COVID. And if you don't take the chance on this vaccine, you're going to get COVID and you're going to be miserable. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry. And we don't want you to be hurt, and that's why we want to do this. I know it's scary, and it came out rather quickly, and thank goodness it did come out quickly. Otherwise, more people would have died. But the technology has been there. It's been there for 30 years. They know how to do these mRNA vaccines, and we finally had a good virus that would work well with it, and so we're using it, and it's a godsend, and I'm so grateful that we have it, and I just wish we can get more people to do it. That's all. and with what Melanie has said, we love you and we're not trying to deceive you. And I don't think we're deceived. Most doctors like me have been vaccinated. We're not clueless. We're not just blindly following. We look at the evidence and we make a judgment call. And this was the right call for me. And it's been great because I've been able to feel a little bit more comfortable at work every day, knowing that I have a good chance of doing well with COVID because I was vaccinated. Not just because of my age, but because I was vaccinated. So go get vaccinated. It's the right thing to do.